What's going on, Planet S.O.N family? It's your Main Man JD. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button for me. This is Drinks with JD. My main man Jona, what's up, my brother?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here. I
appreciate the invite, man. Thank you.
Nah, no problem. It's an honor to have you here, man, because we've been talking about it for a long time, and I'm just happy that it's finally happening.
Yeah.
Jona's
sir,
right
yes,
here.
Sir.
No doubt. Well, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, man.
No doubt. Well, since it's our first time sitting down together, can you please let the Planet S.O.N audience know who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
My name's Jona. I'm from San Diego, born and raised. I'm a podcaster, photographer, just all around.
No doubt.
Into creative things. So.
Okay. All right. So right now, how you just said you're from San Diego, right? So where specifically are you from in San Diego?
I was born in Chula Vista. Lived there for about 2 years, and me and my family moved to National City.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that dynamic? Like, because as a San Diegan, those cities are pretty different. So did you grow up as in let's say, did you go to elementary school and then into high school and somewhere else?
So I lived in National City all my youth.
Wow.
Was there, but I went to schools in Chula Vista.
Oh, wow.
My mom didn't want me going to schools in National City.
Okay.
She thought I'd be around the wrong environment.
Okay. Now, growing up in National City, did you see that? Were you able to understand Mama and be like, okay, Mama, I see you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Where we lived was a lot of... it was active.
Okay.
So I got to see, and I could see why she wouldn't. Not a lot, but a few of my friends did end up going the gang route.
Okay.
So I could see why she probably didn't want me.
I understand.
Little did she know I was afraid of her, so I would have never done it either way.
Okay. No, I feel you, man. Mama,
Yeah.
She kept you on the right path. So.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Just so I guess we could get to know you a little bit better. What schools did you go to?
Elementary, I went to a few. So because we lived in National City,
Mm-hmm.
they kept finding out that I didn't live in Chula Vista, so I got moved around a lot. But I ended up, my last one was Mueller Elementary, and then Chula Vista Junior, now middle school, and then Chula Vista High School.
Okay, that's where you graduated from?
Yeah.
Also Spartan, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are your parents from?
They're from Mexico. My dad is from Guanajuato, but he met my mom in Mexico City, and my mom's from Mexico City.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever go down and visit?
Yeah.
Okay.
As a kid, we would go a lot. I'm actually going in a couple weeks.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay. How often did you go?
When I was young, man, I swear, man, we'd go there 3 times a year.
Wow.
There's times we'd go down there and be there for a month.
Uh-huh.
During the summer and stuff like that. So
No doubt.
I was in Mexico a lot. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what? That reminds me. When I was growing up, because my father, he's from Michoacan, and then it's right there next to Mexico City. Well, how they border the state or whatever. I was fortunate enough to fly there right from San Diego, but we also drove there. We drove all the way down from San Diego to Michoacan. So it was pretty cool. Did you ever drive there or have that experience?
Yeah, actually.
That's cool.
Me and my mom, we did it 4 times from San Diego to Mexico City.
Okay.
Yeah, we even had our little route. We took different routes.
Yeah.
It was cool. We did it with the family. The first time was with all of us, and then the few times after that was just me and my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, it was exciting.
Yeah,
it was a journey.
What was your favorite part about that?
The stops.
Okay.
As a kid, I always liked staying in hotels for some reason.
Yeah.
I just thought it was,
What about as an
we're not
adult?
at home.
What about as an adult? Because I love staying in hotels still.
Nah, not so much.
No.
I enjoyed that journey because it was just me and my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, does that mean that you're the only child?
No, I have a sister. She's older.
Okay.
I would have had 4 other ones, but they died after birth.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
That's cool. 1 older and then 3 younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
No doubt. So how was that dynamic, growing up with your sister?
That was my best friend.
Oh, okay.
She's older than me by a few years. So
Okay.
she would take me out of school just to hang out with her.
Really?
I'd go with her to parties when she was in high school. It would be if you want to go, take your brother. So I was always with my sister.
Okay, she wasn't annoyed?
No, I probably annoyed her. Yeah. I would definitely annoy her friends, but I did it on purpose because they would give me money to shut up.
Okay. Now, what's the age gap? Because
8.
Eight. Okay, because the reason why I asked, because I also have 2 older sisters.
Oh, okay.
Right, and the age gap is 7 and 5. So it'll be something like that where like, you know, I'm just an annoying little brother. You know what I'm saying? So I completely understand. Okay,
I love my sister. She was cool.
No doubt.
She was cool. So she got married.
Okay. Is she local?
Yeah. She lives here in Chula Vista. So,
okay. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what were your interests growing up?
Football.
Okay.
49ers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is it just watching or playing?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did you play for Chula Vista?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was your position?
Offensive line and defensive line. More offensive line, but I didn't play too much because I was small in high school. I was like 5'5" in high school.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, did you like it?
I love it.
Okay. You know what? I also played football, man. I like to share that I was the best in the state in my position.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's that?
Strong bench. You know, so hey man, I was the best, man. You know, I used to keep that bench warm. You know what I'm saying? So
like nobody else, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Number one. You know, but okay. So what I know about you is that you also love photography.
Yeah.
How'd you get into that?
In high school, actually, my uncle was a wedding photographer. Quinte. He's from Mexico. He was my dad's brother-in-law.
Okay.
And his wife.
Yeah.
They were both photographers, and it started off with like, you know, come being my assistant during the summer, you know, the weekend, go help out.
Yes.
To he would let me borrow, like he would give me a camera. He's like, go take some pictures from this side or that side, and to the point where he's like, you can have that camera.
Wow.
So you know, he trusted me a little bit more to take more pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he still take pictures?
I don't know, man. I wish that we don't have a relationship no more.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that.
No, I mean,
now I understand.
I got beef with my dad's side of the family.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry about that.
No worries, man.
But I completely, I understand as well. You know, because I mean, we're all different people, and you know, sometimes I guess pride and ego, or maybe just like you know, I mean, we're all human beings, and no one's perfect, right?
Yeah.
So I completely understand. Now let's get back to you said the 49ers. Why the 49ers?
My dad was a Joe Montana fan.
Oh, okay.
So that was our thing, watching the 49ers play with Joe Montana. The only thing is when Montana left, my dad jumped ship too.
To the Chiefs?
Yeah, I was mad at him for that. I was like, betrayal at it. But I just stayed a Niner fan, like loyal.
Yeah.
Loyal.
That's cool. And it was awesome that at least, well, for 49er fans, right? You guys at least saw the, you know, also the Steve Young years, so you know, watched that Super Bowl as well. I remember that. I mean, I'm not a 49er fan, but I remember that that Super Bowl was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever go watch those games, like to go see the 49ers?
I have not.
Wow, not even to SoFi?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, they come every year.
I know. Yeah. The reason why is because I feel like it's selfish of me to do that.
Okay, how so?
Because you know, like tickets still run like $200 each.
Okay.
And I just think we could go on a trip. Me and my wife can go somewhere. So when she'll be like, let's just go, and I'll be like, nah, let's just go on this trip. We rather go. You know, like I could always watch the Niners on TV.
Yeah. Okay, no doubt. Well, I guess I feel selfish now because I take my wife to the games. I'm sorry, baby. Sorry. Okay. You know what? I guess keep poking at the photography stuff. How often do you do that?
So I did it in high school, and then I went to college and I took some classes, some black and white photography classes.
Okay.
And I won't forget, the teacher was like, so you have it, but you're just not, you know, he would just try to like help me out, but I wasn't understanding what he was trying to teach me. But I took classes, and then years later, my wife bought me a camera. So then I picked it up again. So.
No doubt.
But how often? I mean, I'm pretty active with pictures. A lot of people who need pictures, you know, I take product pictures, maternity pictures.
What's your specialty?
I like doing product.
Okay.
Yeah, more and more candid type.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
I like the posing. That's cool, but I like spontaneous, candid photos, or if it's gonna be posed like a product. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you think that being an artist or your artistic side is one of your biggest traits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, because the reason I'm asking, because you know, the whole photography thing, and right now we'll get into what else you do. You know, like your podcasting, but you know, I feel like you're more on the artistic side. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It really started from drawing. I used to draw a lot. I used to do graffiti.
Really?
Yeah, in school,
Okay.
so I was always drawing. So art was always like a passion.
Yes.
And then when I went to college, I studied architecture.
Wow.
So like the structures, buildings,
Yes.
renderings, anything that was art related, I was into it. I even took some art classes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that's art, I really just, it draws my attention. Like I have like a huge respect and admiration for people who do art as well.
Okay.
So I appreciate any kind of art.
Yeah. You know, right now you just reminded me. I went to an exhibition or to an art exhibit, right? And it was about a photographer who captured architecture. Yeah, so he blended in the matter of fact he was I want to say he was a San Diegan, and he would go around the county and take pictures of the architecture around the county.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and he left his legacy, right, of like, you know, he was a San Diegan, and you know, basically, like I said, he how he captured his art and how he captured the structures, and it was pretty cool because they dove into it and they allowed us to see, like, you know, his amazing work, you know, of how like he captured certain things at certain angles, and I don't know. You just reminded me of that because it was like, you know, the architecture and then the photography. So you just take the canyons. You don't think
I've done that too because so I went for work. An old job of mine. They sent me to Boston and Denver to work, and I would like my condition was like I get 1 day to not have to work. Like go explore this. I didn't tell them to explore. I just said give me 1 day off. Like I don't mind working the 7 days, but give me 1 day to myself. And they would. So then Boston, I'd just go and park somewhere and walk the streets. And I got some really cool pictures of the buildings, the architecture. I took a picture of a famous church that Obama goes to.
wow.
In Boston, in the hood. I didn't know it was the hood. To my coworkers told me. Denver too. I went to the art district. You know, I just like went out there with my camera and snapped some cool pictures of the architecture.
That's cool. Now, do you still do that? Let's say today, like you just go out to San Diego and do that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I think because I know San Diego, and I know what areas, you know, I wouldn't want to I don't want somebody, you know, putting my gear at risk. With those other cities, because I was ignorant to it, you know, I felt more, I don't know, not more safe, but I guess more ignorant. I was just like, oh, I don't know where I'm at.
Okay.
So I just felt more comfortable having my gear.
Okay.
I did it in Dallas too.
Oh, wow. How was that?
That was cool, yeah.
Why'd you go to Dallas?
My wife's family lives out there.
Oh, okay.
So when we went out there, they took me to downtown Dallas at night, and they were kind of like sketchy.
Okay.
But because I didn't know what the city's like, I was just comfortable just taking pictures of the city and stuff like that. So
that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool that, you know, you at least you know what you like and you just do it.
Yeah.
You know. So now, what do you do with those pictures?
Keep them in my hard drive.
Okay.
Nah, I have some printed up and posted on the walls in the studio. I don't know if you noticed.
Yes, I did.
Post them on Instagram. I mean, anything that's artistic, I really just do for me.
Okay.
So it's kind of therapeutic.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Like drawing, even when I lived with my mom, she would know if I was going through things.
Yeah.
Because I would just sit in the room and put headphones on and draw. So she would know, like, oh, you know, he's probably having a hard day or something.
Yeah.
So it's just my way of escaping from life.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. I totally relate. Just because as an artist myself, that's something that I do to cope, I guess, also with life. I just dive into my art and I paint.
Okay.
But yeah, I completely understand. You know what? You mentioned the graffiti thing. I remember. Well, as an artist myself, I would do the graffiti thing myself. So I guess I'm asking, were teachers like, did they frown upon that? Like, let's say you're in school and like you had little sketchbooks, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And I don't know, let's say you're just doing your thing, like would they be like, you know, don't do that, that's like, it's bad, and you know, they discourage you?
No, man. So in high school I was very quiet.
Okay.
So they probably wouldn't even have expected it from me.
Okay, well, also because they would take away my sketchbooks. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know, because also I would show it off too.
Yeah.
So I guess it was a distraction to the class.
Yeah.
So I guess that was, I guess, my issue. You know, because I was distracting the class. Maybe.
Like I said earlier, man, I was really afraid of my mom. So having them call her to tell her I'm being distracting by drawing, or you know, she probably not like that. So I was very careful on not doing it in front of people or not sharing it too much because I didn't want to draw too much attention to myself.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah, it was very, very low key in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you were like the shy kid?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. No doubt.
Yeah, I knew a lot of people and I got along with them, but I wasn't like outspoken or anything like that.
Do you think you're shy now?
No.
Okay. Do you regret not coming out of your shell in high school?
No. I think we're on the journey we're supposed to be on.
No doubt. Yeah. Okay.
If I was, I probably wouldn't be who I am today.
Now, how did you find that confidence to grow?
Going out.
Okay.
Yeah. Going out with my friends.
Yeah.
You know, I used to always, like, my birthdays used to be just a couple people, and I was like, this is boring. Mm-hmm. And then I went downtown, and then it became like a drug.
Yeah.
Like, I had to be downtown.
Wow.
And then I started promoting, and I was just like, it was like a snowball effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. So I wanted to, I guess if you could elaborate on, let's say, your experience on, let's say, downtown San Diego, and also the promoter side.
Yeah.
If you could just speak about that.
It started with just going out so much that, you know, I was not balling. So I wanted to find a way to get into the clubs for free. So my first time going out, actually, the girl working the door, I knew her. So I was able to get in for free. I was like, oh, this is nice. And then how do I get? I don't want to spend money. You know, I didn't have it like that. So I asked her and her team or whatever, can I promote for you guys? And I think they just looked at me like, nah. And I was like, damn. They just kept like bullshitting me and talking about, you know, like, oh, we'll see, we'll think about it. And ended up going to a different nightclub, and the main promoter, for some reason, like, he just hooked me up. And so then I came up to him, I was like, hey man, I want to promote, like, I feel like I could do this. And he looked at me too, and he was like, all right, our meetings are on Tuesday, come through. So he gave me that chance. So I was like, oh man, I can go to the club for free. And then I found out they were giving us drink tickets. I was like, I'm going to the club for free, getting free drinks, and then you get paid for bringing people. I was like, oh man, this is dope, you know. And so then I got to meet artists, you know, performers, because we would have performers come through. It was just that's what opened me up to like networking, learning how to network and talk to people, and you know, get people to come to the club and stuff like that.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I guess you can also say that it helped you, well, you know, come out your shell, and like the whole awesome thing is networking, you know, that part, and just growing overall, right? Now, how was it like getting to know the city? Because I mean, well, okay, I grew up in Golden Hill, right? And downtown for me, like I would go to like Horn Plaza all the time. You know, like my high school was in downtown. My junior high school was in Balboa Park. You know, so I would always just hang out downtown, and I loved it. You know, well, that's me as a kid. But even to this day, I don't live close to downtown, but I basically hang out there so much just because I love my city. I love my city. Now, did that also grow, like, let's say, your pride to be a San Diegan, or like just like, I don't know. I mean, did you enjoy yourself like downtown?
So younger, I hated downtown.
Okay.
I like despised downtown.
Why? Why is that?
My mom was a jeweler.
Okay.
So she would buy and sell jewelry. And you know, like she had the wholesales downtown. Okay. So we would always be with her, and she would make us wait in the car. And there was always like homeless people walking by us all the time. It was just like, as a kid, I was like kind of low-key scared. I was like, damn, it's just me and my sister in the car. Yeah. And we would be there for hours waiting for my mom to do her business and then come. I hated downtown. So then going to like work downtown, she would even make fun of me. She's like, because y'all about downtown, you know? The one day would hate downtown. And I was like, yeah. But yeah, I learned to appreciate how beautiful downtown is. You know, like at night especially, it shines. It's very active, a lot of people. Just a lot going on. So I ended up really enjoying like just being out in the streets, talking to people. Yeah. That was dope. Yeah, no, it was a fun experience.
Yeah, I completely understand. I just, you know, I like I said, my neighborhood was right next to downtown San Diego, and I'm just happy that I had that experience like as a kid. Like I said,
okay.
I would spend I mean the mall was right there, and I would just catch the bus real quick to my house, or sometimes even walk, you know. But yeah, no, I just love dancing. Anyway, right? I just like talking about it because it's like, you know, I'm San Diego now. I love my city, so yeah.
You don't appreciate your city until you leave it.
Yeah.
So when I moved away for college, San Diego was like, you know, I grew up here. You kind of like take it for granted. But then when I was out there, and there were people be like, "Oh, LA's better." Hey, yo, what up? Like, like I may not, you know, like San Diego. Yeah. But you're not gonna talk shit about it.
Exactly.
To me, you know. So, you know, like it started being more like, "Oh, it's my town. Don't be chill out on not too much on San Diego." Yeah. And so, I really, when I came back, I was just like, man, San Diego is just home.
Yeah. No, where'd you go to college?
I went to a community. Well, I went to school in San Luis Obispo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Now, was it like on the coast a little bit? Like.
Yeah, it's off the 101.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
that was cool. It was that was a fun experience too. Yeah. Leaving the house for the first time. Yeah. Having to find a job and just make it without. Yeah. It was like pretty much like we found a place, put down the first month, and I was like, all right.
That's cool. Now, did you like your experience, like living out there?
I did. It was cool. Very different from San Diego. Yeah. Big time. It was a shift, culture shift too. There's not a lot of Mexicans. Oh, okay. At the time out there.
Wow. How was that?
Weird. Cause you used to like, you know, when you're here in San Diego, like it's not hard to find a Mexican spot. Yeah. It's not hard to find somebody like Mexican. You know what I mean? Like, so you feel more at home. So out there, it was kind of hard. It was tough.
No doubt.
Yeah. When I worked at Smart Final.
Yeah, over there.
Yeah, over there, I was the only Mexican.
Wow, no doubt.
So when people would come in and they were Mexican, they'd be like, "Oh, es que bueno que agarrar más gente." Yeah. And I was like, I would look around like, like we haven't hired. And they'd be like, "No, like,
raza,
more raza." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." So it was cool. Benefit, I got more money because I was the only one who spoke Spanish. Okay. So
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. You know, it's funny because it's like some people gloss over that. Like they don't want to learn Spanish or anything like that. But it's like, it's beneficial.
I had to learn, man. My cousins were roasting me every time I go to Mexico.
No doubt. Yeah. Like, it's funny how that dynamic of like, you know, I still don't feel like I speak both languages as well as I should. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, over here sometimes I get tongue-tied with my English, and even in Mexico I get tongue-tied with my Spanish. So it's like, but it's funny how like we have to know both. You know what I'm saying? And,
but they get away with just one.
Exactly. But like, you can't speak Spanish. Okay, but
the way they would roast me, I taught myself how to read and write.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I got tired. I was like, man, they're killing me here.
No, that especially in Mexico City.
Yeah, my cousins, they had no mercy on me, but they would. So I had to learn. So like every summer or the next time I go, they'd be like, "Oh man, Spanish is getting better and better."
Yeah, no, I completely understand. I completely understand that dynamic.
Okay. Yeah, my mom really only speaks Spanish. Okay. So it's really like first language. Oh. So it'd be kind of weird not to speak it.
Yeah. Well, that's cool also because, you know, you're first generation. So it's like, at least the language isn't gone. Yeah. So I completely understand.
Definitely. Okay. Trying to teach my wife, man.
No doubt. That's cool. All right, man. So let's get into the podcast side. Right. So you're the host of Barbershop Confidential Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us when you started it, and also can you also talk to us a little bit about it?
I started in 2019. I started by listening to a podcast. These two guys, they were, you know, at the time I thought they were like good friends, and they were just sharing stories and, you know, going off with each other as far as like combo wise, and I thought it was funny, fun, and I was like, I could do this with one of my friends. Yeah. So it took a while to like think about the name, the name, who I wanted to do it with, and I thought, me and my barber have these dope ass conversations every time. You know, it's always fun. And so I told him, I was like, yo, I want to do a podcast. What's up, me and you? And he was like, so yeah, just let me know when you got the stuff ready. And I was like, all right. So I got the stuff, I got the name, and then he jumped on. I noticed he wasn't really like pushing it and promoting it, and I was just kind of like low-key butthurt. I was like, bro, it's supposed to be like,
and we together, man.
It's supposed to be like us. Like, I can't be the only one pushing it. So then I just started asking other friends to come on I kind of like ghosted them. But they don't like. So then I kept going. But yes, 2019 is when it started. But that's, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know. I wasn't doing video yet. It was audio only. I didn't know how to edit audio. I didn't even know how to use the mic and the recorder. So I had to learn all that. Yes. So it took a while. By 2020, I was like, all right, I got it now. Yeah. But then COVID came. Yeah. So I couldn't ask people to come to the house because, that's where I record. And that in the beginning, how I was like, we don't know what's going on. So I didn't do any but 1 or 2 with my wife. So it slowed it down. Yeah. And then 2021, I still was kind of like, I want to keep doing it. I had good feedback. Some people were like, what's up, man? When you going? You're like slowing down your momentum. So then I picked it up again and kept going. And then here we are.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So you mentioned how you started off as a co-host.
Yeah.
Right. Now, and then now you do it solo.
Yeah. But I had another co-host in between.
Okay. Can you talk about, let's say, first about, or can you talk about the differences between a co-host and a solo podcast?
The co-host is cool.
Okay.
But the way I like the podcast, I just like having open conversations. And with the co-host, we can't keep talking about the same, like how was your week? And, especially when I'm like, hey, did you see this? No, I didn't. It's like we can't even talk about that, So then I was like, okay, we'll do topics. So I thought that was cool, but I wanted guests. Like I just like interacting with different people, different walks of life. And so slowly, again, like broke up with that one too without telling them. I just ghost them, I don't really do the whole, come here, let me talk to you. Yeah. It's not you, it's me. No. It's just, I thought you got the hint when I didn't tell you to come no more, So, but I like doing it with having guests.
So are you bad at communicating? No, I'm just playing.
No, I don't think so, but maybe.
I'm playing.
Let me lay down real quick and then we can talk about it.
So when did this start? No, so okay, you're saying how there's challenges, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you think overall that just alleviates, let's say, an extra issue or an extra problem or extra thing that could go wrong in a podcast if you have a co-host? Yeah,
definitely. Okay. So I'm very firm, or not firm. I'm very big on if something's gonna go wrong, I'd rather be my fault because then I could just blame myself. But if somebody, I don't know. My mom had this saying, en las manos ajenas caen las desgracias. So like in other people's hands, fuck ups happen, and then so like. You really only have yourself to blame, but then you get mad, like, damn. So I'd rather if something goes wrong or if something's not working out, just be on me. I want to be the one responsible.
No doubt. Has anybody hit you up or request to be your co-host?
I've had a couple of people, they'll joke around like, hey, so it really depends on how I vibe with them that first time. Or I'll probably just, we'll see.
Now, would you ever go back?
To a co-host? Yeah. Actually, I've been thinking about trying to get a co-host going again just because I do want to have, like, topics, So we'll see.
Okay.
I'm very moody. My mood swings when it comes to, like, people and stuff. So
Okay.
One moment I do want it, the next I'm like, it's not working out, man.
Okay. Yeah. Now, from what I understand is that one of your co-hosts was male and another one was female.
Yeah.
Now, can you share those differences?
It's cool having a female co-host, especially, number love, shout out to Jen. She was cool. I really had a great time with her. Our back and forth was dope. She knew how to take a joke. She knew how to joke, so it was I really enjoyed having her as a co-host. So, my boy too, I've known him for years. Our back and forth was cool. We had like the same type of sense of humor. So I've had great experience with both. I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I like doing things on my own.
No doubt. It's because the reason why I'm asking, because like, let's say the Breakfast Club, Right.
And just so you guys know, this is the introduction to me being the co-host. No, I'm just playing.
So Jona's my co-host. It's Drinks JD and Jona.
Give me my hand now.
welcome to the team. Man.
No, I'm playing.
And be like,
I'll see what's up.
I'm gonna Jona. Yeah,
tomorrow we get all the episode got deleted, man. My bad.
Yo, can you sit right here? I want to tell you something. Well, the reason why I'm asking, because let's say the Breakfast Club, right? How at first it was Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God, and DJ Envy, and the reason why they wanted to do that is because they at least wanted like a feminine side, and also just so it won't be like three guys just being bullies, or like just a different aspect of like, because I feel like, let's say a female could look at a situation in a different way, other than like us males, like we'll agree on something and then the female will be like, nah, that's not, so it's like it gives, I guess, different point of views, so that's why I'm asking, because I guess it's just you went through it, you got the male aspect, like a team as two males, and then the female male experience. So I don't know, I just thought that was pretty
If I had to pick, I'd pick a female co-host.
Okay. Yeah. Just because different perspective.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like I could only talk from a male's point of view, and it'd be disrespectful for me to assume how a woman would react to things, so it'd be better just to have a woman who can share her perspective on whatever topic or whatever we're talking about. Like being a man hoe and being a woman hoe is different, like it's two different dynamics, it's gone about differently. So I could only assume what they go through, but I know what a man goes through. So it's better to have a female co-host. It depends on the type of podcast you have too. So. Okay.
Also, man, I see that you do episodes with your wife, right? And it's pretty dope also to like, well, because you seem more vulnerable, right? Because it's like it's your wife, you know what I'm saying?
It's because she knows.
Yeah, well,
she knows me. For real. So.
Yeah, exactly. No, and it's a cool episode. Your episodes are cool, but when your wife is on it, because you guys know each, obviously that's your wife, and you're more vulnerable. It's just a different aspect that we see from Jona. So I guess I'm asking, like, would you ever do a show with your wife? I'm just throwing it out
just
there.
like a different,
different. Yeah, not the Barbershop Confidential.
Just me and her.
Yeah.
I think if she liked it, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't like it.
She does, but it's not her thing. So, like when I ask her, like, babe, you want to do a pod? She'll be like, yeah. But it's not like, sometimes I'll be like, you want to do it? She's like, not to, like she likes it, but it's because it's not her thing.
She just supports.
She's 100% supporting me. But she's never said no, but sometimes she'll be like, like, what are we gonna talk? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really not her thing. Like, she has her things, and she lets me do my thing, but I don't think she'd want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No doubt.
And I really don't want to be one of those like couples, man.
Okay.
Like, honestly, like, you see those like YouTube couples that like, share their whole lives on camera. Like, we're definitely not trying to do that.
Okay.
Like, give a little piece here and there, but like really bringing people into our like our lives and stuff like that. Nah, it's too much.
Okay. Now, also, I saw on your YouTube that you used to, like, I guess you could say, talk to people or ask questions, and like because that was also a solo thing. It wasn't like you brought a guest into your studio. So it's like,
there's one like that, yeah.
Okay, but let's say that where that's just a different show technically.
Yeah.
Now, would you ever go back to that, or would you ever start a new show to highlight anything else about you?
About me?
Yeah, like let's say right now we're off camera, we're talking about sneakers, right? Yeah. How you like sneakers, and it's like, I don't know, just to like talk about your sneakers or something. I do have a
sneaker channel.
Okay. Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
I just started it recently, actually. Wow. I don't really talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Just because
it's separate.
I like to keep it separate.
Well, can you talk about it?
Yeah. It's called Café con Sneakers. I love sneakers. I love coffee. And I regret not have done it sooner because I've had so many cool shoes that, I feel like I was just like, man, if I would have just done this years ago, man, I'd have like really probably got some momentum going. But better start now than never. So I started the channel. It's Café con Sneakers. It's on YouTube. Probably once a week. I review shoes. Like, that's
amazing.
Yeah, man. And that's me. Just by myself. I talk about what I like about the sneakers, what my experiences and stuff like that. So It's really dope.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, that's so yeah.
I hate
so
that I
like,
didn't know
by
that.
myself,
Yeah.
I get to do that. You know, and the cool thing is they're like short videos, 8 to 10 minute videos.
Why the separation? Why can't you just put it on the your main channel?
Because the podcast is like conversations with people.
Okay.
So I want to.
What if? Forgive me for interrupting, but I guess okay, well, obviously we're podcasters, right?
Yeah.
And I get this question, like, because they ask me, well, we don't really know who JD. Like, we watch Drinks with JD,
yeah,
but we don't know JD.
Well, go check out his episode with me.
Yeah, exactly, right? But it's like the point of Drinks with JD is to highlight my guests, right? And but sometimes people want to get to know JD, you know, whatever. So I don't know. I'm thinking about doing something like that, just so I could just share with the audience. You know, I mean, these people watch me anyway, so it's like for yourself. Like I'm curious about Jona, because when I watch Barbershop Confidential, I'm like, all right, yeah, I want to learn, you know, more about Jona, and that's pretty cool that you did that. So I guess as a fan, as a Barbershop Confidential fan, I would love to get to know Jona even more. So it's like bring that on this side as well, you know, so I get to know that side of you. Where I mean, this the love for sneakers and all that stuff, you know. So
yeah, I don't know, man. I like to keep things
okay.
You know, like if they already, yes, I thought about it. Like, hey, if in case you guys like sneakers too, you know, you already know me, come check it out. But you know, I like it to grow organically and just you know, do his thing on his own. And it's just sneakers. You know, some people may not like them, so people who like sneakers are gonna like search sneakers and find me. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, that's what I'm talking about. Now, okay, so let's say back in 2019, right, when you started Barbershop Confidential. Now, was there any like hesitation or fear to start the podcast?
Not to start the podcast, do video for sure. Yeah.
How so? How'd you feel?
Because I'm a big boy, bro. I didn't want to look like melted ice cream on camera and shit.
Like maybe
it was like self-conscious.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, man, I don't know if I want to be on camera. Like, they're gonna roast me, you know. But then
you're handsome, King. So don't worry about all that.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I'm married, bro. I'm married.
Oh man, no.
Just and then I did one.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's just, you know, like you already do one. What's the, you know, like that's it.
Yeah.
You're out there. It's on the internet. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just keep doing video now.
No. So how do you feel now?
I'm used to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What episode are you on?
160. The one right now is 66. So 167 coming out soon. Okay. I don't know when this drops. So.
How many episodes did you have? Just audio, and then when did you start the video?
Video's about almost 90. So 70-ish audio.
Now, hindsight.
I should have started video from the beginning.
Forgive me. Okay, you know what? Let's. I want to talk about that, but I guess hindsight. Did you ever picture yourself getting to the 160s?
I didn't know, man. Okay. Hitting 100 was like, oh damn, I've done 100 of these. Yeah. And then now it's just after 100, you're like, what's the? I mean, you know, like, what are we doing? We're keeping count, really?
Yeah. Okay. Now, can you touch on what you just mentioned? How?
Oh yeah. So you're saying like I thought you were gonna say like in hindsight, should you have done video? Yeah. For sure. Okay. I think it would have been. I think the channel would be bigger now had I started, you know, video from the beginning.
Okay. So how'd you start? Like, where was the audio? Where'd you put the audio? How can people listen to it?
It was on Spotify and Apple.
Okay. Yeah. And it obviously it's still on there, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Spotify, Apple, my host, which is Podbean, it was on there, and Google. I tried to put it on SoundCloud too. I was trying to put it everywhere so that anybody can find it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, when you first started, were people encouraging, or was it complete the opposite of just like of the love and just like, you know, people pushing you to do it? I didn't know how analytics work, but everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be, you know, you should do it." My first episode did like 600 downloads. Wow! Like, you know, off the rip, I was like, I didn't know if that was a lot or not. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, that's 600 cool. People downloaded. That's cool." Yeah. Yeah. So that was like, you know, I'm gonna keep going.
It's a motivation.
Yeah. The thing is, you really can't pay attention to numbers because they're gonna fluctuate. They're gonna go up and down. Then you start to, when they hit down, you're like, damn, do I suck? Yeah. You know, then you start to doubt yourself. So it's really important not to even pay attention to numbers and stuff like that. But I mean, we're human. We're gonna We want to know.
No, I understand.
But no, I didn't have anybody like discourage me.
Yeah. Like, dude, you suck. Don't do it.
There was like close friends. I was like, hey, you peeping? And they'd be like, nah. And I'd be like, all right, bet. Like, scratch you off my wedding.
Yeah.
But that too, that's another aspect of it. You have to be able to some thick skin, you know, to understand that not everybody's gonna. They may not have a problem with you, but they may not just want to hear you talk for 2 hours or something.
No, I completely understand. It's the same thing with me. Same thing with me. Like, I'll be asking my cousins, hey, do you watch? Nah, I don't like your show. I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? You know.
But you want to ask, like, what about it?
Yeah,
like, is it my guess? Is it my type? Like, what do you know, give me something. I got homies, like, their wives listen. Yeah. And he's like, nah, I haven't had a chance. And I was like.
No, I understand. I completely understand. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think, I'm not offended by people not supporting anything I do, because in the end, what I've seen is that strangers will be your biggest supporters, and also like those people, like right now, like you're mentioning the sneakers, right? Where like people who like sneakers will support you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just like maybe, well, like I was mentioning, like your cousins or something. Maybe they don't like sneakers, so it's like, why would they need to support you? You know? So it's like I completely understand on that.
Yeah, that's you know, strangers for sure are gonna be your biggest supporters, which is cool because, you know, like it's crazy because there's so many people who know so much about me and I've never met them. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like people will joke with me like, oh, you know, like your ex to hit you, and I was like damn, most people don't know that. Like, but you know that, and you feel like you can joke with me. That's dope. You know what I mean? Like,
That's cool. That's cool.
So,
okay.
Or people hit me up like, yo, I'm Team Cat, and I'm like, we've never met you, but thank you. You know, like
that's cool.
It's weird and cool at the same time.
Yeah. So. Okay. Now, do you embrace that?
Yeah, man, I talk to everybody. Yeah. And then, you know, we're like homies now, but I've never seen them. Yeah. So never met them in person.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay.
Like
well, shout out to Barbershop Confidential Support.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who supported that.
Right, there you go. So me and you, right, we met.
Shout out to West Coast Radio.
All day. Yeah. Shout out DJ MTK. Well, how we met, right, was West Coast Radio, and I guess you could say we're part of a podcasting group, right? Mm-hmm. Like a podcast Illuminati. Nah, just like
it's a cult,
right? Exactly. Now, do you think? I know right now we're talking about solo stuff, but do you like that we have a group, or and let's say, I don't want to say it. Let me see. How can I rephrase this? Because what I'm trying to say is, you know, we're in a group, but do you like to just be solo? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you like being in the group? I guess basically, I mean.
I like to know that there's other people doing it.
Okay.
But yeah, I just, you know, I definitely want to be different.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
You know,
I also see you doing your rounds.
Yeah,
in the group. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's podcast.
I mean whoever invites me, you know. So
okay.
Whoever didn't wait 2 years or whatever.
Oh, okay. Nah, I'm with you. Because, I mean, it's awesome that, you know, you're putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
Well, what's your favorite aspect of, like, hitting everybody?
It's a different combo than when they're on mine.
Okay.
You know, because I like to shoot the shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, now, like, it's more focused on me, so it's a little different. But I just like to see different styles, like, see what everybody's doing differently.
What do you think about my style?
I like it, man. You got professional setup.
Okay.
The engineer in the back. Producer, shout out to producer.
Shout out my director, you know. You know, there's a joke that me and you have, right? We're just joking how you're the Adam 22 of San Diego.
Wow. I had a friend, shout out to my boy Tron. He has a podcast too, and he's like, Jona's the shade room, and I was like, damn, like that.
Yeah, you're right. Now, right now, how you're talking about, you know, that style, right? Now, do you want to embrace that? Like, let's say I'm the Adam 22 of San Diego.
No.
Okay.
Because he's, you know, when I hear that, he's like he does things just for clicks and likes, you know. Like I genuinely have like having conversations with different people.
Okay.
So like sometimes they want to come and share their tea. I'm like, go ahead. Like I don't ask. I've never said like, hey, before you come here, make sure you got tea to share. You know. So if they want to talk about that, then cool. If you know, if I ask a question that opens it up, cool. But I don't look for it. You know. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how would you define Barbershop Confidential Podcast?
So it's meant to just be an open conversation, like no limits. The kind of conversation we have at barbershops with the barber, you know, like we're talking about women, you know, like, you know, dating experiences, you know, like sports, whatever. It's just a free conversation. You know, when you sit in that chair, like anything you say there is just like, it's just for that moment, you know. But now I'm putting it out for the world to see. So
no doubt.
It's just an open, like, let's just have a conversation, which is cool. If you think about it, man, like, when do you ever just sit down and talk to somebody where you don't look at your phone for like an hour and a half to 2 hours where you're really engaged in one conversation? Nobody does that. Like, even if you go on a dinner with your wife, your husband, at one point you can pick up your phone and like check your Instagram or whatever. And then on the podcast, it's like, it's only them and me. So it's like just a conversation that's engaged by both of us because we want to be there. So that aspect I really like nothing's interfering on social media, nobody talking over us and stuff like that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful explanation. I like that. I like it because it's true. It's just like right now, you know, we're just creating something out of nothing.
Yeah.
You know, but it's really two minds at work, like bouncing off each other. So, yeah. No, that's a beautiful way to state it.
And that's another reason I like doing it with my wife, because we get that. Because normally we do go to dinner, like I'll grab my phone, like she ain't really talk about nothing, you know.
But also there's also distraction. Like let's say a waiter comes
TVs,
in.
exactly.
Yeah.
So when we're having those conversations, they're cool. Like sometimes I really enjoy those. I really like doing them with her, so it's cool.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So what podcasters inspire you, and who do you want to strive to be like, if there's somebody out there?
I don't listen to too many, but the ones I listen to, I like their content, but I don't want to I don't want to follow their style. My way of doing it is just how I like.
Okay.
Because I've had people try to like, hey, you should do this, oh, you should do that, and I'll just be like, you should do it then. You know, you want to do it, you do it that way. Like, I'm going to keep doing it how I want to keep doing it. But I mean, I like other podcasts. Like Joe Rogan's probably like, if I had to say the closest to the style I like, where he just sits with somebody who he wants to talk to. He doesn't care about anything else. It's just the conversation with that person. That I like. Where other people go, like, try to find somebody who they like, oh, they'll give me likes, they'll give me clicks, you know, like,
for the clout.
They'll be good to bring them in.
Yeah.
Or
that's why I brought you here. Nah, man.
Where like that doesn't cross my mind. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are some challenges of being a podcaster in your eyes?
Having random people in my house, man. You know, like, it's where I lay my head at night. So I'm very selective on who, you know, because I get requests too. I'm like, nah, can't have you in my house. Or, you know, like the vibes too. Like, you know, what are they on? You know, what they're about. Challenges. I do everything myself. Like, I don't have a producer, engineer, you know. So I got to do everything myself. So if something fails, it's on me. Like, I got to figure it out.
Okay, so how should someone, like, how should someone act, and what should they expect coming to you in your studio? You know, because obviously, you know, it's like, you know, these people are strangers. You know what I'm saying? How you were just talking about it. So what should they expect, and how do you want people to act?
I mean, I want people to be themselves, but I'm also, you know, I don't want to say monitoring, but I'm looking at their social media. I'm seeing what they're about, you know. If I don't feel like I'd be comfortable, I just want to invite them. Yeah.
What's a red flag?
What's a red flag? Damn, that's a good question. Probably gangbanging or something. You know, like if you're around like unsavory people, like I definitely don't. I wouldn't even bother.
Yeah, because you want to save space.
Yeah, it's still my home, you know. So.
Yeah. Now, do you feel like people target you as a podcaster to use you as the likes and clicks to like shine?
I would hope not. I don't think that's gonna work for them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not like my shit's popping like that. So I don't think so. I think they probably hear an episode and they're like, oh, you know, it seems fun. Like some of the people I've asked who followed already will be like, oh man, I've seen your. I want to, you know, it looks fun. I want to try it out. So, but I don't think it's for the likes and clicks.
Okay. Now, why the name Barbershop Confidential?
Because going back to the conversation you have with your barber, it's confidential, you know, like it's really not meant to get out. It's not meant for anybody else to hear. It's just you and your barber shooting the shit.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be me, my barber.
Yes.
But then when he left, I was stuck. I was like, should I change the name?
Yeah.
Like, how do I even go about that? Like, and I looked it up and it's kind of a mess. You know, you have to, like, you just like starting all over again, you know? And I was like, I'm just gonna keep it.
Yeah.
And I put a poll out, and they were like, "Nah, keep it. It's a cool name. It's a cool name."
No, yeah, it's a dope name. Oh, at first, I thought you were a barber.
Everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, but just so everybody know, you're not a barber.
I'm not a barber. Everybody's like, "Where do you cut hair at?" I was like, "I don't." Yeah. That's how I know sometimes that they don't watch or listen before they come. Yeah. They'll be like, "Oh, so you're a barber?" And I'm like, "You know, you've never even listened to it." So, which I'm not offended, but it's just like now I know, you know.
Okay. So what are your goals with the podcast? Like, where do you see it in 5 years?
If I'd be surprised if I'm still doing it in 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, first, I guess, what's the goal?
I think about quitting that shit every day.
Really? Yeah. All right, you know what? Let's hit on that. Why?
I don't know, man. Like, cause you know, it's natural. Like, as much as I try to fight it and not compare myself to like other podcasts.
Like who? Like why do you do that to yourself?
I don't know, man. Yeah. It's the competitive in me still.
Really?
Yeah.
So are you in competition with somebody?
Myself. Okay. Nobody in particular.
Yeah.
But it's just like, man, I want it to do better. And so when it like does this like up and down, you know, I question it a lot. Like I think every day I ask my wife, should I just stop?
Really?
Like, no, babe, you like it, you enjoy it, I know, but it's not doing nothing, you know, like I don't know. I just get in my head, and so 5 years, man, dude, I would be genuinely surprised. Like I want to, you know what I mean? As long as it doesn't affect me in my home. I don't know if that makes sense. Like as long as it's not like costing me more than it gives me, then I'll keep doing it because I really do enjoy having these random conversations with people.
So what makes you feel like you're losing the competition? I
don't feel like I'm losing the competition because it's all relative, right? Other people have more subscribers, you know, like if, like, for instance, there's this podcast, it's these two girls and they talk about like, you know, like whole shit, whatever. It's like,
it's going to pop.
It's going to pop. Yeah. Like, you know, some shit we can't compete with. Like,
yeah, of course.
So it's not that I'm comparing myself to them, but I do want mine to do better because I feel like I do have good content. But it's like, how do I get it, you know? How do I get it to, you know, do a little bit better? But yeah, man, I question it every day. But that's just me, you know?
Now, I know that, you know, some people use different methods. Like, let's say, you know, I know people, you know, who have 100,000 subscribers, right? But let's say when they go live or something, right? It's always like 200 live viewers, and it's like it doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in 200K, like you guys see the number, but is it inflated? You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing. Like, am I comparing myself to fake things? You know, like, damn, they got that many, and then you look at the views or whatever, you're like, that's not adding up. You know, so I do take that into account. Like, man, whatever. I don't know. I don't want to judge. I don't want to assume they're, you know, pumping their channel or their views, but yeah, I just get down on myself sometimes on it, you know, like if it's an episode, like sometimes when I really liked it, it's like the numbers are like whatever. And if it's one that I was like, oh, that's whatever, and then boom, and it's like, what is it? Is it the guests? Is it their friends that really just want to, you know, support them and they're like, I'm gonna watch? Or do they see the cover and they're like, oh, she looks cool or he looks cool, like I'm gonna pop in? So I'm still trying to figure that out.
No doubt.
But
you know what? Something I heard, I guess, just something that I keep in mind as well, and maybe this will probably help you with that. Is I remember Charlemagne the God. He was saying, I like Charlemagne. Like, before COVID, I guess. I used to be a major fan before COVID, just because I don't know. I just started growing out of the Breakfast Club's era for myself. Like I read his books and stuff like that. I
read
like
it
the guy.
too. I liked it.
Yeah. No, he's
what is it? Shook one?
We have Shook ones, and also
I didn't read the Black Privilege.
Yeah, the Black Privilege.
I read the Shook one. That was a good one.
Okay,
the one about his anxiety and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And no, I enjoyed the Black Privilege one better. But
did you?
Yeah.
I haven't read that. I haven't read it yet.
No doubt. No, it's pretty cool. I liked it.
About that book you told me about too.
The Contagious.
Yeah, but
Jona Berger, right? Jona Berger. Yeah. Did you read it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty cool. But okay, so let's say, Charlemagne, how he was saying, if you're counting on your guest to be your show, then you don't have a show. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that you as Jona, right, the host, like I said, like, even with me, like people don't know JD on Dreams of JD. So yes, I'm also trying to work on that. Like I'm trying to like, put out little videos of just stuff that I like, just stuff that I like. Maybe like review an album or something that, one of my favorite albums. And what I'm trying to say is that that's why you should throw more stuff about yourself on there, because we want you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want you, and it's your show. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to talk about you, and who cares about your guests? Even if you have the biggest artist there, it's like, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're there to watch the Barbershop Confidential, not the guest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we want to watch you. I don't know. I just wanted to share that. Well, I know it's like a long thing, but
share a lot. So like if they're telling me, like, I try to relate to them, and like maybe if I had a similar experience, I share it. So like I was saying, like a lot of people know a lot about me and don't know me, like have never met me, but they know intimate things about me. So I'm hoping that they tune in because I make them laugh or I'm somewhat entertaining. So I don't know.
Okay. So what's your least favorite aspect of podcasting?
The least favorite aspect of podcasting. Sometimes, I don't want to say like the guests, but sometimes the convos.
Okay.
Yeah.
How so?
Because while I don't take notes and I don't, have a whiteboard with a bunch of stuff to talk about, I throughout the day.
Who does that?
Loser shit, No, I'm like,
I have a whiteboard behind. That's why he's saying. with my notes.
Throughout the day, I'm thinking like, all right, I want make sure you talk about this, and then I'll forget in the middle of the conversation. So then I'll be like, damn, I didn't even want to like go talk about what I wanted to, or. But honestly, I could probably count with one hand how many conversations I didn't enjoy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
But now, the least favorite, probably the editing takes forever. And like. When it was audio, it was a little easier, but then it was like the video. So then I had to like figure out how I'm gonna do that. And the intro and the audio is different from the intro and the video. So I had to it took a while. Now I got it down, but still the whole process of like editing is kind of a pain.
Okay. Has anybody ever asked you to edit something out?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. I had a military girl and she was popping off on political things. She was like, if you don't mind. I'm like, yeah, but as long as they tell me in time, I don't mind.
Okay. Now, what's your favorite part about podcasting?
The combos, like the genuine fun, like where I'm laughing and having a good time, and I could be comfortable around them. Those are my favorite parts.
Okay. All right, man. So, sorry, my bad. Whatever, my little whiteboard. Whatever. Anyway. All right, man. So, without saying any names, right? What are some of the craziest experiences from, let's say, behind the scene or in front of the camera that you had filming your podcast?
Filming or just the podcast in general?
You know what? Let's just anything. I
had one guest. I never posted the episode.
Yeah.
She was getting death threats from a church.
Wow.
Yeah.
How so? What do you mean?
And she was doing. I 100% can't remember exactly, but she had beef with the church, and like the church put death threats on her. She was talking about it. Like she was talking about why. I can't remember exactly, but she was just like being anti, Christian or something. But she was claiming that the church was putting like death threats on her, and she had to put a restraining order on the pastor, and
that's intense.
Yeah, like she was like, and then how she met her husband, same person was like, I met my husband in the middle of a threesome with my ex-husband. I was like, yo. It was just crazy.
And she was just saying it.
But I was looking at her, I was like, never in a million years would I thought this would come from her. And I never posted it just because I was like, man, I don't know. Like, she really got beef with the church. I think it was a Catholic church, not the Christian church. It was a religion she had beef with.
How do you feel when people open up to you like that?
I'm happy they feel comfortable. Yeah. But some things we need to keep, to ourselves.
Yeah. Now, did you ever stop them?
No, never.
Like, would you ever stop?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I've had people say things, and I'm just like, all right, Yeah. Freedom of speech, you can say whatever you want. So that's one thing in college I learned from, I took this human sexuality class, and the teacher was like, you guys can say whatever you want. Nothing's off limits. Understand that there's consequences for everything you say. I won't do nothing to you, but doesn't mean that leaving this class, somebody may not tell you something. He's like, but you can say whatever you want. Like, anything goes here. Just remember there's consequences to whatever you say. So that kind of stuck with me in life. So it's like, they can say whatever they want. Like, I may not check them or say nothing, but if somebody hears this, they might have an issue. But, like, that was on you. You said what you said.
Does that happen more often? Like, where, like, people try to make you, or people regret it?
Oh, yeah, man.
Now, would you ever take it down? Stuff like, without the restraining orders or, stuff like that.
So,
like church-wise.
I've taken down 2.
Okay.
Upon request.
Okay.
And here's the crazy thing. So there were 2 individual people, man and woman. Fun conversations. The girl was telling me about her whole life, her whole stories or whatever. The guy was telling me about his whole life, his whole stories. Fun conversations. I had a great time with them. For all I know, they were great people. They started dating. Based off listening to or watching it.
Yeah.
Like, he would be like, yo, I'm talking to a girl. I was like, word?
Yeah.
Didn't you?
That's insane.
You heard, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. She was like, I'm dating him. I was like, you heard his episode, right? She was like, yeah. I was like, cool, Cupid moment.
Yeah.
Good for you. And then randomly they were like, yo, do you mind? It's like, oh my God, bro. So I'm guessing they probably got arguments, like, because not to sound controversial or anything, but we don't want, like, it's cool if our person has a past. There's no issue with that, right? Whatever, lo que no se mi año no me hace daño. But you don't want your boys to know that. You don't want your family to know what kind of past they had. Like, if you share that with them, that's cool. But you don't want the world to know that your girl was, like, out here busting it open. Or you don't want your friends to know that your man was low-key a hoe. So I feel like that became an issue. And it was just like, yo, please. And to the point where I was just kind of like, whatever. Like, I really don't care. So I took it.
Right.
Had I not known them more personal, in a more personal aspect, I would have left it. Because I've had people tell me too, like, yo, can you take note? You said what you said. Sorry. Should have thought about that.
Yeah.
Just because I knew them more personally, I took them down. But yeah, it's like, man, dude.
That's crazy.
But I always ask them, like, you cool with everything you said? Yeah. All right. So,
and then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Now, do you make people sign contracts?
I do when I remember.
Okay.
I do have a release form.
Okay.
And then, but now what I do, if I forget that, I have a backup. I send them a picture and it says, you understand, you're going to be on a podcast, it's going to go up. Please acknowledge before we continue, and I take a screenshot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a dream guest?
No.
Not anybody you love, like, you're just like, yo, I want this person.
I was just talking to my last, well, it hasn't come out yet, but I don't care for celebrities. So I don't have a celebrity. I'm like, oh.
Not even a 49er? Brock Purdy?
That's another one. I tell my wife all the time, like, while I do enjoy them being like those players being on the team, I don't get attached because I know the NFL.
Okay.
They're gone the next year. And it's like, man, I bought that jersey for nothing. Like, so I don't get attached. Like, I appreciate them while they're there, but once I know, money talks, they're gonna leave, then they're not a Niner anymore. So I don't get attached to players. I'm the team.
Yeah.
Whoever's on the team, that's what I'm rocking with.
Okay.
Once they're gone, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a dream podcast to be on?
No.
Really? Not even Joe Rogan?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't.
I was hoping you'll say dreams with JD, but anyway.
I'm already here though.
Anyway, whatever. Tell my man, my dreams come true.
No, man, I just don't think like that.
Okay.
All
right, man. So you're also connected with local hip hop artists, right? Where like I've seen you in some music videos, and also the intro to Barbershop Confidential is also from an artist. Like, can you talk about that?
Shout out to Ray Riley.
There you go.
He was my first artist as a guest.
Wow.
A good friend of mine was like, "Yo, man, there's this hip hop artist in San Diego. You should have him on." He reached out. He was like, "Yeah, for sure." So then we linked up. He's a really dope hip hop artist.
He's
man.
dope. He's hella dope.
He sounds very, very hip hoppy. Like no gangster, no front. He's just straight hip hop lyrics. So he was really cool. And he did it's funny because he has a song called Barbershop, and it's one of his most popular songs. And jokingly after the podcast, I was like, "Hey man, we dope if you did a little remix for me." He's like, "Yeah, I got you." But when people are like, "Yeah, I got you, don't trip." And then one random Sunday, he's like, "Yo, here you go." I was like, "What?"
That's dope.
So he did the song, and if you listen to it, it's pretty cool. So
yeah. So it's a full song. It's not just the intro.
No. So I cut it up. For the intro, but it's like 2.5 minutes long.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's dope, man. Shout out to him. That was cool of him.
Yeah.
I honestly thought he would be the first and last.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't care to have
music artists.
Not in a negative way. I just don't like if I don't ever have another hip hop or musical artist. I'd be okay. Like, it's not really something I care.
Yeah, like that's not something. Well, now
I don't seek them. Like they pop up here and there. I'm like, they seem interesting.
Okay, now do you prefer, I guess, just people who aren't promoting me, or like people who are not artists, like just I don't want to say like off the street people. I don't want to say it like that, but like people who are not promoting anything because you just want to have a conversation.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's no motive behind it. Like they're not there to be like, "Yo, check out my business." And they're just there to have a conversation.
Okay.
But most of them are either like in some type of like, self-employed type, like either a barber or a esthetician, or stuff like that, where they have a business. So I definitely want to ask them about it. Hopefully get them a client or two. Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever been ghosted? Like, let's say someone agreed to be on your show and they're like,
just didn't show up.
Yeah, I just like
never to that point, but they'll like ghost the convo. Where it's like, "Yo, we good for today?" And then beep, crickets, nothing. So I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Which is rough. Like that's really one of the toughest. You go back to your other question. That's the tough part. Like if I was relying on that episode for that next week, I'm fucked because I don't have an app. That's usually when I'll be like, "Hey, babe, I need you to come through and come do this app with me real quick."
Yeah.
So usually when she's on, it's because I couldn't get somebody to come through that week.
Okay.
So that's a tough one when they flake and it's like, fuck, I needed that one.
Now, do you ever let them come back on the show?
No.
Okay. You just like...
I won't even reach out anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing that I love, right, as a fan, as a Barbershop Confidential fan, Barbershop or BSC Tuesdays. Right? That's what I call them, right? BSC Tuesdays.
Appreciate you with the comments.
Yeah. How it's like Barbershop Confidential Podcast Tuesdays because you drop every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Right. Now, why Tuesday and why every week?
It's really not that deep on the Tuesday part.
Okay.
I'm off Sunday, Mondays.
Yeah.
And that's when I edit.
Makes
so
sense.
it'll be ready for Tuesday. Because during the week, I'm not going to come home from work and sit in front of my computer. Like, that's time that me and my wife can chill. Or on my off days, I split it. So I'll do the audio on Sunday and then the video on Monday. And then just upload it for Tuesday.
Okay.
And then weekly, it's that whole momentum. You want to keep it fresh, like. And then if you skip too much, I feel like they forget about you and they don't check in to see like, oh, did he drop a new ep? You know, so if you do it weekly, the people who listen will be like, I can count on him to drop something weekly. So,
do you put pressure on yourself?
No.
Or does that put pressure on you?
So, well, like if I don't have like there was this year actually, I think I couldn't get nobody for like 2 weeks. I was like, damn.
Why is that?
I don't know. Just maybe scheduling, or I couldn't find somebody I wanted to sit down and talk to. So I skipped a week and then I did one with my wife. So, but that was like, damn. You know, like that was a little pressure, little check on reality. I was like, damn, all right. But then there's weeks I'll do 4 in 1 week, and I was like, oh man, I could take the next 3 weeks off, like, because I got them lined up. But yeah, that was like, damn, that was a little bit of pressure. Because I don't want to like not do it, because I never want to satisfy the doubter, if that makes any sense. You know, like the person who's like, oh, he'll quit soon. Like, nah, you ain't gonna get that satisfaction. You know, so. I don't want to satisfy the haters.
I feel like it's a struggle, man. I feel like it's a struggle with that. I feel like you love what you do. Me as a fan. All right, I'm just looking at it through the outside. You know, like I love your show. You know, but I don't see why anybody would hate on the show. And you know what I'm saying? As in like, do you have haters? Like,
I don't think I have haters. Okay. Like, I actually. There's been one person who gave me a 0 on Apple. What? That's some hater shit right there. Yeah. Like, that must have been either like somebody who don't like me or somebody who didn't like the guest. Or like, you know, their ex or baby mama or baby dad or some shit was like, oh, fuck them. And I just noticed the other day there's a few episodes that people gave it a thumbs down. I was like, that's hater shit. You don't have to do that. But I don't think anybody like has anything against me, because I feel like the people who don't like me, they're not even gonna tune in. Like, they're not gonna bother to like tune in. But no, I don't think I have haters. I feel like I have people who don't care to see me succeed. Maybe, you know, maybe not hate, but it's just like indifferent.
Do you feel that? Like, you feel that, like, or is it just something internally, like, as in like you're beating yourself up?
It could be that too. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let me give you, I guess, some more advice about a Charlemagne that I read in that book, right?
In Black Privilege?
Right, yeah, Black Privilege.
Okay.
Black Privilege.
I should read that then.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. You know what? It's funny. There's this part that if I ever meet him, I want to ask him about it. But I guess it's sidebar. Before I guess I tell you about what I want to talk to you about. He's talking about. He says that he's in the South, right? He grew up in the South. And there was a little, like a monito, like a little doll or a little action figure that would like walk and talk to him or something like that. Like on some like voodoo type stuff. Okay. Like you know how like in Mexico they say duendes?
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying?
Like trolls or whatever?
Yeah, little trolls or gnomes walking around. But he was mentioning something like that. And I always wanted to ask, well, if I ever meet him, I'll be like, hey man, was that true? Because I don't know. I mean, some people, you know, the whole superstition and folk tales and all that stuff, especially like people in the South and like people in Mexico, they talk about that stuff. I mean, I've never seen supernatural stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I guess I just like questioning. Anyway, the advice that I got from Charlemagne the God in that book was the power of the power of 7. So power of 7, where, let me see if I'm saying this correctly, right? Where there's always going to be 3 people who like you, right? 3 people who don't like you, and 4 people who don't have an opinion.
Indifferent?
Well, they just don't care. They're just like, whatever. You know, they're not even focusing on it. So that means that, okay, you got 3 people automatically, right? That, all right, boom. That's your audience, right? And the 4 people, now it's your job to like sway them to you, because they're not hating. They don't feel anything. Yeah. They're just like living life. They don't even know anything about the Barbershop Confidential. So since you already got these 3, these people, is your job to try to sway them over here. The 4, right? And that's the power of 7, where it's like, make sure you pay attention to these 7, because the last 3 people who hate you, they're always gonna hate you. So why focus on that? 7 is greater than just a 3. You know what I'm saying? So the power of 7 is just like, just pay attention to that. Like, don't focus on the 3 because you can never change their mind. Ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why put energy towards that? So I guess I wanted to also give you that, I guess that little gem because it helped me. Because I don't care about those people who don't like me. I'm still gonna do my thing. And honestly, that's the way I always lived my life. Like ever since I was a kid, like I never focused on anybody hating on me. If anything, it was more motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like if I felt some type of way, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna like succeed if you hate me or you don't. But I'm still gonna do me. But I just wanted to, I guess, give you that because I don't know, man. I don't think you should be tough on yourself like that.
That's just probably just an insecurity, but I don't feel like anybody like goes out of their way to be bothered by me, or because I don't really bother anybody. But sometimes you're not bothering people bothers people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because I'm very reserved and to myself, like I don't talk about what I'm going through in life and stuff like that. So them not knowing might bother them. You know, so I don't know, but I don't think anybody like genuinely. I don't think I have any issues with anybody, but some people don't want to see you like pop off. You know.
Yeah. Well, I hope you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep you in my prayers.
Thank you, man.
And I hope Barbershop Confidential reaches the status to where you want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
So you have a supporter, right?
So I could, as long as it could pay my bills.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. I hope it gets there. You know, so you have a supporter right here. So
thank you. Appreciate it.
So there's little Jonas out there, right? And they wanna start a podcast. What advice would you have for them?
Do it because you want, not because you want to make money off of it.
Okay.
I'll go back to your favorite rapper, my nemesis, Ice Cube.
Shout out.
Who said, if you're not willing to do it for free for 5 years, don't do it. So,
yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I feel like a lot of people start a podcast because they hear or they see famous people who like make a lot of money off of it, and it's like, well, they're already famous, so they already have the upper hand. And if you're doing it with your pure intention of just making money, it's probably not gonna do that well.
Okay. No doubt. I'm sure they'll appreciate your.
I feel like anything you should do should be because you enjoy doing it.
Something that I hate was when people would try to, I guess, put something out there of like, oh, you're starting a podcast? Oh man, you that wave already passed.
Oh, right.
Or whatever you want to start. Like
when they're like, oh, your little podcast? Oh yeah, my little podcast.
Yeah. But sometimes like, for new people who want to start, they'll be like, oh man, it's 2024, like it's already too late. I should have hopped on 2020, or when people were in the house, or stuff like that. But it's like, you're right. Like just do it. Just if you want to do it. Yeah. Anyway, that's a good advice, man. Good advice.
Thank you.
So who has been your best guest and your worst guest, without saying names, and why did they earn that title?
My best guest and my worst guest.
Yeah.
Damn, that's on the spot. I can't even think about like my worst guest. I probably didn't even post it. Damn. There was one worst guest. I never posted it, but she was pushing not the LGBT community, well, kind of like the T part of it, like she was very like pushing that and kind of combative. And I didn't really care for it because that's not what my pod is about. So I didn't, that was probably like my least favorite. I felt uncomfortable afterwards. I was like, man, what the fuck, man? Like, I feel like it's a waste of my time and their time. It's like, unless they came with that intent, it's like, they didn't waste their time, but they wasted my time. So that was my worst. My favorite ones, man, is this dude, JD.
There you go. Shout out.
The best one right there,
Shout out.
The way he, like, bigged up Bin Laden. That's about my favorite part, He thinks outside the box.
Shout
he
out.
said, shout out Bin Laden, rest in peace. I was like, yo.
Shout out. Why? It's out of context. It's out of context. You know what I'm saying? It's about
No. What I just said. That's exactly what he said.
It's about forgiving your daddy. All right, forgiving your daddy. If you're dating, say, hey, if Bilal's kids could forgive him, you could forgive your daddy. That's what.
Justify how you want, bro.
Bush knocked down the towers. Nah, I'm just playing.
Bush don't care about black people.
Exactly.
Man, I think all of them are cool. You know, like I do every time when it's over. Like I'll go to the room with my wife. And she how to go. I'll be like, some of them I'm like, that shit was fun. Someone's like, oh, it's cool. You know, I was like, it's an episode. So it just depends. No doubt. Everybody's different. Now everybody gives me different combos.
No doubt. I know that you have some recurring guests. Yeah. Like do you like that? Do you like having people come on your show repeatedly?
If I feel like I didn't get like enough out of them the first time, I'll have them come back. Okay. Yeah.
Like what would be something that'd be like?
Oh man, like I had this one guest, I gotta get her back. Yeah. It was a cool conversation, but when she was done, she's like, "Man, I didn't even tell you about my first time having a threesome." I was like, "Yo, I gotta get you back." You know, like they like tell me like cool things afterwards. I'm like, why don't you say that on the pod? Like, all right, do another one. Some people are just interesting, like their life, what they do in life. It's just dope. I want to know more about it.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? When I was on your show, it felt like time stood still, and it's like we were in a capsule, but it also felt like we didn't have enough time. Yeah,
because I think we had like a convo outside for like an hour. Yeah. Hour change and stuff. Yeah.
So I guess also maybe I mean, people, are so into this certain topic that maybe they forget about talking about. Yeah. Okay. Now, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like overall, you the Adam 22 of San Diego, man. We gotta get the tea. All right, man. So I have a segment on Drinks JD. Yeah. Right, and it's called "What Would You Bring?" Okay. Right? have you heard of it?
Yeah. All right. I watch all your episodes.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay, that's awesome, man. Thank you.
To be honest, I watched the first one and then I wait for you to drop the full one.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Netflix series,
Yeah. I have to drop the four.
If I can't keep going, I get upset, so I wait for the last one, man.
Yeah. No, I like dropping my four parts and then the full one. But all right, no doubt. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right, so I guess let me break it down for the audience, right? The What Would You Bring segment. Right. Now, Planet S.O.N. is an acronym, right, for Planet 619. Right. And the idea of what the planet is I got all the positive things from San Diego and I put them all in one place, right? And that's what Planet 619 is, right? So now that you're a Drinks with JD guest, right? You and your family now have a first class ticket to get on a rocket ship and go to Planet 619. All right. Right? But there's only one catch. Okay. Right? So you can only bring one thing, right? One positive thing from San Diego, right? That will positively affect everyone else on the planet. Okay. So, damn. Jonah, what would you bring? Yeah. What would you bring?
Carne asada fries, man.
Okay.
We're all gonna miss it. So.
Yeah. Now, is it from somewhere specifically?
Everything, everywhere but Lolitas. Lolitas is ass.
You don't like Lolitas? No.
Trash.
Okay.
Trash.
So carne asada fries for everybody.
Yeah, everybody. We're all gonna eat.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Now I'm pretty sure everybody will enjoy the carne asada fries. That's
what do people say? Like, what do you?
Okay. Let's see. You know what? Let me share this with you. I was thinking of like, you know how like we're artists.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about like drawing like a picture of Planet 619, but just from the answers that people have given.
Oh, it's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So let's say this. Megan Tower, shout out to Megan Tower. She said she wanted to bring the beach.
The beach, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then Nicole McFly, she said she wanted the hiking aspect of San Diego. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
And fries still better. Yeah. Go ahead.
Also the California burritos.
Okay.
Right? California
burrito.
Mr. Little One, he said the burritos from the National City swap meet.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, exactly.
The ones wrapped up in the foil.
Yeah,
fire.
That's what he said.
I was telling my girl, we went on Sunday. I was like, babe, my aunt used to buy me burritos from that food truck.
Yeah. Fire. So that's what he'll bring. So they're gonna be there in Planet 619. You know. What else? Lil Grifo, he said the weed, because Lil Grifo, he probably bring some weed. What else? Sunshine. Somebody say sunshine. The people. Deep Side said the San Diegans. Like, cause we're so cool, that, you know that.
You can tell he's a transplant.
As in, like, you know, like our vibe, I guess you could say. Like San Diegans, like.
But are they thinking this like we're going to a planet 619?
Yeah.
So San Diegans are there.
No. It's actually my guess.
Okay, all right.
No, like I said, the segment has, you know, the only people who are there are just you and your family.
Okay.
Now Jona. As the first guy, say, well, you and your family, everybody, you know, say all your family members.
Yeah.
We're gonna go, and we're gonna populate this, but it has to be all positive. You know what I'm saying? Because already, you know, all the positive things are already there.
So we're leaving the family behind then.
Well, I mean, you know, no.
What are we talking about? You said positive.
That's hilarious.
What
Talk about,
we
wait,
doing?
I hate my family. Hold on. Now, what else? I forgot, but I mean, they have some cool answers, you know. Some people,
all right.
Yeah, and like certain beaches, certain.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
No doubt. You don't like the beach? Really? You don't like it? Oh, okay. So you barely see the beach, right? Shout out to Ron Anthony.
If I drive by it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not ever getting in the ocean.
Really?
No. So I mean, I've done it, but no.
Yeah.
There's sharks in there. You know that? You know
Yes, I know.
No, bro, no.
That's hilarious. No, me as a San Diegan, no, I swim. I do
in the ocean
all the time. Well, not during the wintertime. Like right now, I'm not swimming in the ocean, but I swim. I sail.
Okay.
I'm probably at the beach, just at the boardwalk. I'm probably there maybe like 3 times a week.
Damn.
Yeah,
all right.
maybe 3 times a week or more. Yeah, like or more. Yeah, either Mission Bay or Coronado. Like I love like Belmont Park.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Belmont Park. I like to take my daughter to the arcade.
Oh, okay.
That's dope. And then I don't know. It's just fun. It's just fun. Just walking. I go with my brother. Go to Coronado. You know, it's just. And,
I like Coronado. The view, the skyline view is dope.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, you know, the beach is. I don't know. For me, I really connect with the beach. I'm really like a San Diegan who goes and
or
enjoys
flip flops too.
Flip flops on my Crocs. You know what I'm saying? For the sneakerheads, nah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Catch me dead before you catch me with some Crocs.
They're comfortable, man. I love my Crocs. What was I gonna say? No, yeah, like I said, I like to sail.
All right.
So I picked up sailing, and it's cool.
You got money. All right.
No, it's not even
a rich man game right there, all right, bro.
You know, something I haven't.
We're living nice over here, all right? These are from Crate and Barrel.
No.
I don't know. Hey, Rax.
That's hilarious. No, I mean, it's cool. You know, you rent your own sailboat. I like it. You know, take my family or whatnot.
That's what's up.
I don't surf, but I want to surf, but I've never surfed actually. But anyway, that's a little bit about me. I like the beach because it's crazy how it's like people. I mean, because every San Diegan lives like what 15 to 20 minutes away from a beach.
Yeah.
So it's just
It's funny because me and my family we meet in Mazatlan once a year. Well, sometimes I go, sometimes I don't. But my family from Mexico City goes to Mazatlan, and we all meet up and spend some time together. And it's like the beach, and I'm like, it was like 5 minutes for me, man. I don't care about the beach, bro.
Yeah. So you really hate it like that? Like
I don't hate it. It's just very like.
Okay.
All right. Dirty water, cool.
So you know what? How about this? What do you like to do in San Diego as a San Diegan?
Man, at night or during the day?
Both.
At night, I like to go out, man.
Okay. Where?
You know, downtown. I like clubbing, man. It's just music, the atmosphere. Everybody's having a good time, drinks with your friends. You know, it's just I really cherish memories, man. Like experiences over like money and stuff like that. So yeah, during the day I like oh man, this is gonna sound weird, man. Me and my wife like going to swap meets.
That's cool.
Estate sales.
Yeah.
You know, getting coffee
cool.
in different coffee shops, going to different sneaker stores, and just like, even if we're just browsing, but we just like hanging out, man. So and San Diego's beautiful. The weather's nice. So yeah.
Would you ever go sailing with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. I gotta invite you sometime.
Yeah.
Go out with me. So after it's all said and done, right? How do you want to be remembered?
As a loyal person. You know, I'm big on that. If you my friend, you my friend. If you got ops, they my ops. Man. You know, I want that to always be like, Jona, you know, he was a ride or die. whatever happened, he was, if we together, like if we locked in, then I'm gonna be by your side forever.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I guess let me keep poking at it. How do you want the Barbershop Confidential podcast to be remembered?
It was a fun time, man. It was somewhere you can go and just laugh, forget about all the things going around in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Just go have, listen in, and it's always relatable because it's regular, everyday people who struggle just like everybody else. Dating. We've all had those experiences, so they can relate and laugh a little.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, I really want to promote all your stuff, like your sneaker stuff, your Instagrams, your can we? All right, let's go down the list. Right? Let's go down the list. First, let's promote the YouTube stuff. Okay. Now, where can they find you on YouTube?
For the podcast, it's Barbershop Confidential Podcast.
Every Tuesday.
For the sneakers, it's Café con Sneakers, but it's sneakers is SNKERS.
Okay.
Café con Sneakers. That's sneaker related and coffee stuff, and that's it for YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about your Instagrams?
Instagram, Café con Sneakers, the same. Barbershop Confidential for the podcast, and my photography is Dope Click.
Okay.
So with a 0, so Dope Click.
Dope Click. Okay. Now, let's just say somebody wants to collab. Somebody wants to get on your show.
DM.
On which one?
Anyone, whichever one you want to be part of.
Okay,
yeah.
And that's how they could contact you through Instagram.
Through the Instagram, yeah.
Okay. All right. Before we end this, do you have any shout outs?
Shout out my wife, always supporting me. I love you, babe. Shout out JD.
Thank you, my brother.
The producer in the background.
There you go.
It made me feel comfortable. West Coast Radio for making us collab happen. Everybody I met through there, shout out to you. Every podcast in San Diego, shout out to you. Shout out the Padres, not the Chargers.
That's right.
That's it.
No doubt. Well, man, look, man, it was an honor to have you here on Dreams of JD.
I appreciate you.
We've been talking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that it got done. Yeah. And I love your stuff. I'm a fan of Jona, and I'm also a fan of Barbershop Confidential. I hope you continue doing it as a fan. Don't let me down. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that it reaches the points where you want it to reach. And I hope you keep that. You know what I'm saying? You just keep going, keep that motivation. But whatever happens, I'm just I'm gonna keep you in my prayers. I hope I pray you have much success and you reach all the goals that you want to achieve. I
appreciate it, man.
God bless you, man. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, my brother. Hold on.
You.
I'm sorry. The way I like to end this is with a cheers.
Okay, cheers.
So cheers to you, my brother.
Cheers.
God bless.
Salud.